Good morning. This is 89.1 FM Slum Radio. We are the voice of the youth, home of urban music, and I am Isabella Vineyard. Today we discuss how 16-year-old Florence died last week from a deadly mixture of drugs and alcohol. She was one of many young people we lose to the silent killer that robs our families, our communities, our nation, and the community of nations of the world. Our thoughts go out to Florence's family as we offer our deepest condolences to them today as they celebrate her life at a nearby funeral. But Florence's death has not been in vain, as within our communities do we see this outrageous war on drugs continue to evolve on the daily. So yes, America is at war. We've been fighting drug abuse for almost a century. 4 presidents have personally waged war on drugs. Unfortunately, it is a war that we are losing. Drug abusers continue to fill our courts, hospitals, and prisons. The drug trade causes violent crime that ravages our neighborhoods. Children of drug abusers are neglected, abused, and even abandoned. The American public takes full advantage of free trade without taxation, regulation, or bylaws, as druggies feed their addiction of narcotics, although the benefits are not one-sided. As explained by BBC News, street cocaine has long been diluted, but now the cutting agents themselves have spawned a black market. Mild anesthetics found in sunscreen and first aid treatments bought at any chemist are the latest substances sought by drug dealers. The journalist here further explains his point through his use of amplification by adding that these chemicals are, yes, found in sunscreen, a household product. In simpler terms, he explains that no sane individual would or should consume sunscreen, although the chemicals found in sunscreen are being consumed daily by drug users. Winterman even goes further to explain that legally imported in bulk, the substances are mixed with illegal Class A drugs, cocaine, and ecstasy, to maximize the dealer's profits. Demand is high because they mimic the effects of the drug they are being mixed with, fooling customers into thinking that they're getting better quality merchandise. Winterman's emphasis on the rhetorical use of logos allows him to methodically take his listeners through the logic and the process of the corrupt and illegal business. It is easy to come to the conclusion that consumers are not only engaging in illegal activities, but also getting the short end of the stick when it comes to the purity of their drugs. Although the argument must be made that instead of leaving the lack of dependability of the true substances and narcotics that druggies are consuming to closet their demons up to the drug dealers, that the government should take more of a prominent approach. Hundreds of thousands of young lives are being lost as the government turns a blind eye, dating back to even in the 1960s. As drugs become symbols of youthful rebellion, social uprise, and political dissent, the government still has lacked efficiency to present day. The United States government should cast a larger shadow that will regulate this war more safely. As Schedule 2 and 3 drugs are still being used today for severe mental illness cases, the government should control the growing purity issue and improper handling of narcotics within society. Too many people within our society are taking advantage of the free and untaxed trade, leading to detrimental and irreversible effects as drug dealers take full advantage. It is our time now. Our children are dying, not just in our ghettos or poverty-stricken areas, but in our suburbs, our cities, and small towns. We must end the war as a promise to future generations. To not have to allow for more families such as Florence's to suffer in silence, as it all could have been prevented. Help our kids. That's all today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Isabella Vineyard, and this is 89.1.